Welcome back, children. Today we are going to know about chapter 12, page number 97. The name of the chapter is Light, Sound and Force. These three things we all know about. Might be some terms will be new for us, but few terms are absolutely old. This is a very important chapter. We can clearly see things around us during the day when there is enough light. Now, can you tell me what is the source of light? Yes, absolutely correct. The source of light is sun. Sun gives us light. Now, do you know about sun? What is a sun? Is it a planet or a star? Is it near to us or is it far to us? Is there only one sun in this whole universe? So, let me answer you. Sun is the main source of light and energy for the earth. Sun is near to us. Sun is like a family member in the solar system. There are 9 planets and Sun is the star of this planet. So, these 9 planets are rotating around the Sun all the year round. Earth is our planet. We stay on Earth and Earth takes 365 days to complete the rotation around the Sun. And when the surface of Earth's one side is towards the Sun, that side is day. When it is in the opposite side, it is called night. Suppose if I am talking to you in the morning, that means that side of the earth is towards the sun. That's why we are getting the light. But earth is moving like a spinning ball, and when it is rotating around its own axis, then the opposite side where there is no sunlight, that side is night time. So that means sun is giving us light, and with the help of that light and warmth we are alive. Without sun we cannot imagine our life, because all are in a cycle. How? Plants getting light and making their own food, which is known as photosynthesis, that process, right children? You have already studied earlier. So, while they are preparing their own food, plants preparing their own food and getting and making in the process of photosynthesis, plant is giving us oxygen, and with the help of oxygen we are alive. So children, not only directly but indirectly also, sun is the source of light, energy and one main source to make us to live so that we can be alive. Now, next I asked you a question, that is the sun is the only star which is in the whole universe? No children. There are many more solar systems like this. Nowadays science is very advanced and we are trying to find out in the galaxy where different suns and meteors and different kinds of in the galaxy stars are there. We are trying to find out what are the things which we still don't know. So I am talking about light. Now we can clearly see things around us during the day when there is enough light. So what is the source of light? Sun. But if we try to see a book kept on the table in a dark room, are you able to see it clearly? No, not at all. It is because light helps us to see objects. Without it, we cannot see anything around us. Light is a form of energy. The sun is the main source of light on the earth. We also get light from torches, bulbs, candles, lamps, etc. But these are the forms of man-made artificial light. But what is the God-gifted natural light? That is the only sun. So, there we are getting two kinds of light. One is a natural light which we are getting from sun, and another one is which man had invented. The sources of light: torches, bulbs, candles, lamps, fire, etc., etc. Now, those products or those objects which can emit light on their own is known as luminous object. So, what is a luminous object, children? The luminous objects, when something is emitting light on their own, when something is giving you its own light. Some of these objects like the sun, stars, etc. are natural, while others like lamps, candles, torches are man-made sources of light. So please children, underline these two lines, that there are two sources of light. One is man-made sources and another one is natural sources, and you also underline the definition of luminous object. So what is a luminous object? Sun is a form of energy. The sun is the main source of light on the earth. We also get light from torches, bulbs, candles, stars and lamps. These objects are called luminous objects. Always remember, when you are answering any definition, any what is this, what is that, any definition, then always remember to write minimum one example. If you are not going to write that, then your answer will be incomplete. Even you can draw as well. To always try to draw before you are writing a questions, attempting a question's answer. Now, moving on to the next. Objects that do not give us light, like the moon, tree, chair, table, glass and pencil, are called non-luminous objects. Now you will think that what ma'am is saying. When there is full moon, we can see the earth with the full of moonlight. Yes children, you are absolutely correct. We see the earth with full of beautiful moonlight, but actually that is not its own light. It is just a satellite of planet Earth, and it doesn't have its own light. It gets light from the sun and then it is reflected to the earth. So moon, tree, chair, table, glass are called non-luminous objects because they do not emit light of their own. Because they do not emit light on their own. What causes the formation of shadows? Now, what is shadow? Light always travels in a straight line. Very important thing, children, please underline. Light always travels in a straight line. Observe the light coming from the sun. You will find that it travels in a straight line. How? You can confirm this by observing the light coming from a torch and headlight of a car also. If you are moving out and going outside and if you are looking at the car, or if you have torch, you can take out the torch right now and you can see that experiment. Just switch on the light in a evening time and the room is dark. You will find out that it is coming, the light coming in a straight line. A shadow is formed when light coming from the source of light is blocked or disturbed by an object. So, how is a shadow formed? A shadow is formed when light coming from the source of light is blocked or disturbed by an object. Now, if we explain how it is happening, for example, if you stand outside in the sun, you will see your shadow on the floor. How it happens? It happens because you have blocked the path of light coming from the sun. Shadows always appear to be black or dark, irrespective of the color of the object. They are always formed on the side opposite to the source of light and may be bigger or smaller than the object. There is a very interesting question. Now children, you might be thinking why the shadow is always black in color. Shadows are mainly black in color because we are getting the colors actually from the sun. Yes, because the visible light cannot make its way past the object. If there is no light falling on an object, then it will be black as there is no light to reflect. Some animals are there, those are known as luminous animals like firefly, and there are many more. Luminous fish is also there who can emit its own light from the body. It is actually a amazing God's creation. Now, moving on to the next one, that is sound. We hear a variety of sound like chirping of birds, barking of dogs, ringing of doorbells, screaming of children, talking, gossiping, sound of drum, music. We also make sounds when we speak or laugh. But what actually is sound? Very interesting. Sound is a form of energy. Both living and non-living can produce sound. Now, what is noise? In the yellow box, you will find out the answer. Unpleasant sounds are called noise. Very easy answer. Unpleasant sound means the sounds which we don't like the horn, the honking. We don't like. These are very unpleasant sound for us. So, these are called noise. So, sound is a form of energy. Both living and non-living things can produce sound. Different things produce different sounds. Some sounds are loud while others are soft. Some sounds are pleasant while others that disturbed you and you will feel very much unpleasant. So, if I ask you few questions like, suppose a train is coming. So, is that sound is pleasant? No. Suppose a horn, someone is blowing a horn terribly, honking is going on. Do you feel it good? What we will call it? Sound or noise? Yes, noise. A dog is shouting, barking like anything. So, what you will feel? What is this? Pleasant sound? Not at all. Unpleasant sound. But a bird is chirping in the morning, beautiful tune. Yes, that is a pleasant sound. A girl is singing, that is a pleasant sound. You are playing music on the FM or in your phone or in your computer or in your music system, that is a beautiful sound. The siren, the mic, those are also very much unpleasant sound. The next portion is force. Force is very simple. Push or a pull. You apply force to do work. You are pushing a door or you are pulling a door. You are pushing your friends or you are pulling your friends. So this with the energy you do. This energy is known as force. You pull the door of your cupboard to open it and push it to close it. Similarly, you push the pedals of the bicycle to move it. In all these cases, you either pull the object or push it. So, while pulling or pushing, you apply force on the object and you do work. Non-living things always need a push or a pull to move. Now, force is very useful as it helps us to do many things. Number 1, we apply force to move an object. Suppose there is a very heavy carton box filled with lots and lots of toys and pillows and etc. So, you can't pick it up. So, what is the force? What is the energy you have to use? You have to push to move that box from one place to another. So, this push is known as, or the pull is known as force. Number 2, we apply force to stop or slow down a moving object. Suppose we are driving a car, we are giving a brake. What do that brake means? To stop a car suddenly, right? So, to apply force to stop or slow down a moving object. Number 3, we apply force to change the shape or size of an object. The force that slows down or stops a moving object is called friction. So, that force that slows down or stops an object is called friction. It develops between two bodies when they touch each other. For example, when you walk on the road, your feet and the road are in touch. So, friction develops between your feet and the road. It is because of friction only that we are able to. Now, children, as we came to the end of today's chapter, let us recall the very important point. Light helps us to see things around us. Light is a form of energy. The objects which emit light of their own are called luminous objects. For example, sun, stars, torch, lamp, etc. The objects which do not emit light of their own are called non-luminous objects. So, in the recall section of your book, you can find out the definition of luminous and non-luminous objects, page number 100. Light always travels in a straight line. A shadow is formed when light coming from its source is blocked by an object. Sound is a form of energy. Some sounds are pleasant while some are disturbing. So, these unpleasant sounds are called noise. Force is a push or a pull. So, we apply force to move object, to stop or slow down a moving object, or to change the shape and size of an object. Friction is the force that slows down or stops an moving object. Without friction, we would keep slipping off the floor. So, it gives us that strength from which we can stand in a place. How you can understand that a sound is soft or loud? So, you can play a game with your friend called Chinese whisper. The game is like 5 friends sitting together in a circle. One friend told another friend something, whispering very softly in the ear. Then the next friend says the same word to the other friend, soft manner. Then it continues, goes on, and the 5th friend is going to say the word loudly. So, the friend is whispering is known as Chinese whisper. It is a soft sound. But when that 5th friend loudly told us that word, that is not a whisper. Now you can do one more interesting activity at home, like fun with shadows. You can sit in front of a wall facing it. The other children can hold different kinds of object from the one front of the source of light such that shadow of that object is formed clearly on the wall. So the now first child is going to identify what objects he or she is looking and what can be that object. So what is the shadow is all about. Let us learn the chapter, learn the spellings from this chapter. Okay. First, enough, because, torches, luminous, emit, natural, objects, straight, observe, confirm, shadow, blocked, irrespective, screaming, disturb, unpleasant, force, cupboard, friction, develops. Thank you.